and then publicly ridiculed. No, it's not cruel or privacy invading. It's actually fun and good, I promise. For legal/ethical reasons, I want to be clear, everything posted on the page is anonymised. The screenshots serve as the case studies in this ultra-pseudo-scientific book. The Oxford Dictionary defines a case study as a particular instance of something used or analysed in order to illustrate a thesis or principle. You may recognise case studies from, and I'm sorry for using this example twice in 2 minutes, but it has to be done, your biology GCSEs. Alternatively, you might be an actual real-life scientist who uses case studies every day in your job. If this is you, I apologise again in advance because you're about to witness the entire concept of case studies being butchered down to shreds. So, forget everything you think you know about case studies. This shouldn't take long. We'll start at the back end of the dictionary's definition at a thesis or principle. We need to think of an example thesis/principle that we can use in this introduction. So, let's have a think. Right, I'm just pulling this example out of thin air, but one example thesis that we could use is men are trash. If you are a man and you are listening to this, that was a light-hearted joke made in jest. Please do not get offended and stop listening. There are many beautiful things for you in this book, I promise. So, we've got our thesis. What we need now, according to the dictionary, is our particular instance of something used or analysed to illustrate it, i.e., in this case, it's a screenshot. We're using real-life, digital, conversational evidence to back up our theory. Here, I think this one will do the job.
iMessage. Today, 4 a.m. I know I've blocked you on everything, but COVID has made me realise you cannot do better than me. And I'm sick of comparing every girl to you, especially during sex. Think about it.
This is, I'm sure you'll agree, a great example to back up our thesis, but this one singular example is not enough to prove that the theory is true. This is where the main writing bit of the book comes in. For each example given throughout the chapters, I will argue points for and against the thesis, referring back to each conversation as we go. It's not science at all. In fact, there are almost zero confirmed facts within this book. But it will do the job, and we will try to have fun along the way. It will be fun, I promise. I feel like I might have jumped the gun slightly there by boldly placing the phrase men are trash right there at the beginning before the book's even really begun. I want to make it clear that men are trash is not the subject of this book. If I had to put the subject of the book into a thesis that fits neatly between 2 quotation marks, it would probably be love and sex have got weirder because of the internet. So, the focus of this book is not men being or not being trash. And I want to make it clear, people of any gender can be trash. I myself have been trash many times in many different situations. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and feel like a piece of trash floating through the ether. In fact, this happens quite often, possibly too often for me to have comfortably used the word sometimes just then. If we're being realistic, it's probably more like loads of times. But now is not the time for a personal crisis. Now is the time for focusing on writing the introduction, which will continue as planned now. Welcome to the book of both your dreams and your nightmares. We are all trash here. Yes, we will be discussing how sometimes men specifically are trashy in their own peculiar ways, but that is absolutely not the main topic of this book. This book is about the way it feels when you are speaking to someone you really fancy. It's the age-old conversational dance, the electrifying will they, won't they, except it's now not only electrifying, but also electrical in the more boring wires and batteries sense. We are now, as they say, plugged in. We now find ourselves stuck in an age where someone we really want to fuck will say something over WhatsApp that makes our heart sing. But instead of being able to seize the moment and go in for the kiss, we are essentially given 4 options, all of which are overseen by the Zuckerberg, our communications overlord. And they are: send some words in return, send some emojis in return, send an image in return, or send nothing at all, leaving the message unreplied to. I've left out certain conversational options, such as send a GIF from Giphy in return. This was done on purpose, and if your instinctual response to a heart-wrenching message from someone you want to fuck is to reply with a GIF from a GIF keyboard, I really don't think I can help you. Just sort it out, please. All of these options are considerably less exciting than the real-life act of talking to someone you like. But, given the amount of communication that takes place on smartphones and over the internet, we must find the silver linings in them. It is my duty in this book to help eke out the glittering beauty in these digital conversations. It's also my duty, as I see it, to bitch relentlessly about Mark Zuckerberg, but mostly it's about how...